Teaching students with special needs is a struggle, especially in math. Most students need support in operations and algebraic thinking, especially when solving two-step word problems using the 4 operations. Word problems are quite difficult because they use multi-step strategies and logical thinking. Welcome to Ruth's Straight Talk, the channel designed to help you, your students, and your children live fuller lives, become lifelong learners, and grow into the awesome human beings you were designed to be. I'm Cynthia Ruth. In this video, I will introduce several evidence-based strategies to help your struggling students with math word problems. And even though these are simple tips for students with ADHD or ADD, they can be used with all students that struggle with word problems and struggle with multi-steps in the word problems. Also, don't miss my bonus tip on how to further help your students at the end of this video. So let's get right to it. The students can learn to use simple techniques to break the information into several key parts by answering the following questions. What is the important information? Number 2, what is it asking me to do? Number 3, how could I solve it? Answering the question. And 4, how to recheck my answers. To help all students who struggle with math improve their skills in solving word problems in mathematics, teach your child the following steps. Step number 1, reread the problem. Teach the child to read the problem at least 2 times before beginning to compute the answer. Double check that the student understands what he has read. For example, John and James have 3 marbles each. How many marbles do they have together? That would be the question. Make sure the child understands what she has or he has read. Number 2, guided questions for word problems. Teach the student to ask guided questions in solving word problems. For example, John and James have 3 marbles each. How many marbles do they have altogether? So what are some important questions to ask? What is the important information given? First of all, there are 2 people, 3 marbles each, and all together. Those are the 3 important things asked in the question. What is it asking you to do? It's asking you to add. How could I solve it? Answering the question, adding the marbles together. 3 plus 3 equals 6 marbles. And then recheck your answer. Recheck your answer by using a calculator. 3 times 3 plus 3 equals 6. Number 3, use clue words. Teach the child clue words that identify which operation to use when working a word problem. For example, words such as sum, total, or altogether will indicate an addition operation. For example, John and James have 3 marbles each. How many marbles do they have together? Of course, the clue words are altogether. Number 4, real-life examples of word problems. Ask the student to create and solve word problems that provide practice with specific target operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. These problems can be based on recent real-life events that occurred in the child's life. For example, a word problem using addition. John and James have 3 marbles each. How many marbles do they have altogether? A subtraction would be Daisy and Mike has 12 candies between them. Daisy has 5 candies. How many candies does Mike have? Multiplication. Susie has twice the amount of ribbons that Kim has. Kim has 3 ribbons. How many ribbons does Susie have? And of course, division. There are 12 apples in the basket. Please divide it equally among Bob, Jake, and Cole. Step number 5. Calculators can be used to check your problem answers. Ask the student to use a calculator to check computations made in answering the assigned word problems. In addition to these strategies, there are certain materials that students are allowed to use when working in math problems. Children who struggle with maths can also use a variety of special materials to help them complete their math assignments. These materials may include number lines, for example. Students can use number lines to count whole numbers. They can use manipulatives. Using manipulatives such as counting poker chips when adding single-digit numbers. Or they can use graph paper. The student can use graph paper to help organize columns when adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing whole numbers. So what is our bonus strategy for today? Our bonus strategy is to designate an advisor. Many students with ADHD or ADD are easily distracted and have difficulty focusing their attention on the assigned tasks. They tend to lose papers and struggle with deadlines and organization. One accommodation that schools are required to provide to help these students is a designated teacher as the student's advisor or coordinator. This teacher will regularly review the student's progress through progress reports submitted by other teachers and will act as a liaison between home and school. Permit these students to meet with their advisor on a regular basis to plan and organize for the week and to review the progress reports and problems of the past week. So there you have it, several tips to help your struggling students with math word problems. If this video has helped you, please leave me a comment at the bottom of the screen. Also, if you have a story, a tip, a strategy, a question, or just some advice that you would like me to share with my audiences, please also leave me a comment at the bottom of the screen. Click on these videos above for more awesome information on education and parenting. And as always, it is wonderful to have you visit with us at ruthstraighttalk.com. It's been a pleasure. As always, thank you and goodbye. Happy learning.